prepared to make a motion regarding the execution of the MOU between Town of Bridgewater and the District of Lunenburg. That should be in your package. Everyone's pulling up their document. I mean, I can read it and someone can move it. I'm just looking for someone to move that we authorize. Someone got it?
I got it now.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. So I move that Town Council for the Town of Bridgewater authorize the execution of Memorandum of Understanding between the Town of Bridgewater and the Municipality of the District of Lunenburg, establishing a framework for collaboration, infrastructure investment to support the expansion of Exit 12A Business/Industrial Park as presented in document number 26-116C.
Thank you. Seconded by Councillor Wynot. Further discussion? Hearing none. All those in favor? Those opposed? Motion is carried. Down to 11.2, conveyance public streets for Cedar Drive and Hollow Drive.
And I do have Nick and Jonathan here. Council would like to receive kind of a summary of what's being requested.
I think so, just because we are, this is a public meeting. So if someone could just summarize what we're doing, that would be great. Nick, I guess that's you.
Yes, no problem. Apologize, my camera doesn't seem to be working. It's telling me to restart my computer, and I won't go through that process right now. So you'll just have to listen to me instead. So yes, this item relates to the public takeover of 2 new streets adjacent to Etna Street in the Glen Allen area of town. Subdivision in question proposes 52 dwelling units of 2-unit semi-detached nature, therefore 26 lots with 2-unit dwellings. The subdivision also includes 2 new public streets, Cedar Drive and Hollow Drive. Street names were approved by council in January of this year, upon having received recommendation for the Cedar Drive and Hollow Drive street names from the Heritage Advisory Committee. Today, staff recommend the council approve the acceptance of Cedar Drive and Hollow Drive as public streets and authorize the development officer to accept the street deeds on behalf of the town. This approval, however, would be conditional on the developer submitting all required acceptance requirements under Part 9 of the subdivision bylaw to the satisfaction of the town engineer. Additionally, staff recommend that if the developer chooses not to complete the landscaping within the street's right-of-way adjacent to future building lots at this time, that council authorize the development officer to enter into a servicing agreement with the developer before approval of the final subdivision plan. Under this agreement, the developer would be required to provide a performance surety acceptable to the town equal to 125% of the estimated cost of completing the landscaping work. In this case, the security would ensure the landscaping is completed to town standards at a later date, usually within 12 months. Regarding that second part, the performance surety part, staff believe that the developer intends to complete the required landscaping, so for full completion of the streets and services by the end of this week. Therefore, the performance surety process is quite likely not needed. However, staff are still seeking this approval in the event that it's needed to be sure no delays in receiving and approving the takeover package per the subdivision bylaw acceptance requirements. So in accordance with the subdivision bylaw, before the town can accept any new streets and services, the developer must submit the takeover package for approval. So this includes a 12-month maintenance surety in the amount of 10% of the actual cost of construction of the streets and services, reproducible records and as-built drawings of engineering design, all test reports, operating procedural manuals, copies of the survey plan, and all deeds, easements, etc., etc. Any new streets cannot be deemed public streets until such time as the acceptance requirements have been satisfied. Normally, the streets and services would be completed to the town's standard, takeover package submitted, and upon approval by the engineering department, staff would recommend that council declare the subject streets as public streets vested in the town. And then we go and we'd register the plan of survey and the deed to transfer the street parcels. And then once those are public streets, subdivision of lots and issuance of building permits can proceed. Building lots cannot be created without public street frontage, thus the necessity of this process. In this case, council's approval would be conditioned on an approved takeover package. This approach would allow staff, under the authority of council, to review and approve the takeover package and begin the process of creating the street parcels and transferring ownership to the town as soon as possible, rather than needing to take time to approach council later on. The advance approval will allow the developer to create the lots and obtain permits to construct sooner. So with that, I'm here to answer any questions that council may have.
Any questions, folks? I mean, this is normally how we do things. We're just doing a little bit ahead of time for the developer. Deputy Mayor?
I was just going to kind of confirm that the entire point of this is to allow him to start building faster. And then all of the same conditions still have to be met, correct? Okay.
That's correct. Yeah, we're trying to streamline this process as much as we can. But yes, all the requirements do need to be met prior to official takeover, opening of that street, creation of lots, and construction of homes.
Perfect. Thank you.
Any other questions on this? All right, I'm looking for some direction from council for staff. Councillor Newell, thank you.
I move that town council for the town of Bridgewater accept Cedar Drive and Hollow Drive as public streets and authorize the development officer to accept the street deeds on behalf of the town conditional upon the success submission by the developer of all required acceptance requirements under Part 9 of the subdivision bylaw to the satisfaction of the town engineer, and further that town council authorize the development officer to enter into a servicing agreement with the developer to complete the landscaping within the street right away adjacent to the future buildings prior to approval for the final subdivision plan.
Thank you. Seconded by Councillor Frugier. Further discussion? Hearing none. All those in favor? Those opposed? Motion is carried. Thank you. Thank you, Nick. And then our last one for this is again that land transfer Donna was talking about in camera. So I'm just looking for some direction on that one as well. Oh, Deputy Mayor McDonald. Did you?
Now the pressure's on to unmute and get back to my agenda in a timely manner. Okay, so I move that town council for the town of Bridgewater authorize the execution of the proposed exchange agreement between the town of Bridgewater and the province of Nova Scotia, which sees provincially owned PID 600200799, approximately 0.84 hectares, transferred to the town, and portions of the town-owned PID 600200807 and PID 600238868, combined approximately 0.64 hectares, transferred to the province for the purchase price of $1.
Thank you. Seconded by Councillor Conklin, birthday boy. All those in favor? Those opposed? Not like in favor of Mike's birthday, but in favor of the motion. Okay. We should have a vote on Mike's birthday. Mike might vote against Mike's birthday. And then finally, we do need a motion for the cost share agreement with Nova Scotia Power, right, Tammy?
Yeah.
That we discussed in camera.
That's right. So it would be to authorize the execution of the cost sharing agreement between Nova Scotia Power, Town of Bridgewater, and the municipality of the District of Lunenburg in the form as generally presented in camera, accepting non-substantial revisions to the agreement that may be made prior to execution. So that would be if legal counsel had something to change that was not substantive in nature.
Someone prepared to make to move that as stated by the CAO, Councillor Newell. Thank you. Seconded by Councillor Wynot. Further discussion on that? Hearing none, all those in favor? Those opposed, motion is carried. Thank you. That brings us to the end of our regular agenda. So we're gonna, don't forget, we're gonna jump on to the other one. So I am looking for a motion to adjourn. Councillor Caldwell, seconded by Councillor Frazier. We are adjourned, and we'll see council on the other link. Thanks, folks. Thanks, staff.